Hello and a warm welcome to the prestigious Leaning BWF Thomas and Gruber Cup 2014. The men's and the women's World Team Championships played every second year. A tournament dating back to 1949 and normally held in Asia, only twice the tournament has been held outside Asia, on both occasions in England, and that last time in 1982. So yesterday we saw Indonesia take on Singapore, and what a good match it was. It was very, very tight. And we have Korea and India playing, and ended up 3-2. Chenlong, China against Russia. And today's match, we have Thailand versus Singapore. The other nations in the Group A being Indonesia and Nigeria. The tournament consists of 4 groups of 4 nations, and the top 2 in each group qualifies for the quarterfinals on Thursday. And here we see the points table, and the match today is very, very important. The winners of today's match will most likely join Indonesia into Thursday's quarter-final. Nigeria most likely ending up last in the group, and it will be very interesting to see who is going to follow Indonesia onto the quarter-finals on Thursday. And now onto the lineup of matches, and as we can see, it's not the preferred order of play. Normally we have the first men's singles, followed by the first men's doubles, the second men's singles, followed by the second men's doubles, and then the third men's singles. But due to the fact that some players are playing more than one match, we are not using that preferred order of play. Yes, and then the players onto court. Okay, if I can. Hello and a very warm welcome to the prestigious Leaning BWF Thomas and Huber Cup 2014. The men's and the women's World Team Championships played every second year. A tournament dating back to 1949 and normally held in Asia. Only twice the tournament has been held outside Asia, on both occasions in England, and the last time was 1982. So a very warm welcome to New Delhi in India and the third day of action. And yesterday we saw Indonesia taking on Singapore, and they won 5-0, and we had Korea playing India, and that was a very tight match. Korea won the match 3-2 and was really entertaining the crowd here at the stadium. And the last match of yesterday was China against Russia, and here we have Chen Long playing against Russia, and the match was won by China 5-0. And today's match, we will see Thailand versus Singapore in Group A of the Thomas Cup. The other nations in the Group A being Indonesia and Nigeria. The tournament consists of 4 groups of 4 nations, and the 2 top teams in each group qualifies for the quarterfinals on Thursday. And here we got the points table, and as you can see, Thailand tops the group at the moment, but most likely Indonesia will win the group, and today's match will most likely, the winner of that will join Indonesia into Thursday's quarterfinals. And we now are going into the lineup of matches and the order of play, and here we got it, and as you can see, it's not the preferred order of play. Normally it's first men's singles, followed by first men's doubles, followed by the second men's singles, second men's doubles, and lastly the third men's singles. But here, because players are playing more than one match in this tie, we are deviating from that preferred order. And we're ready to welcome the players onto court in a very short time. Yeah, this is very early morning, 9 o'clock here at the stadium, and all the players are coming up to support their teammates. And here we have the players on their way. Bunsak Bunsana from Thailand leading the 2 players, and Derek Wong from Singapore ready to take on the court and starting off this first match of this tie. So Jim, I don't know if you're with me here, but you saw the match yesterday when Indonesia and Singapore played, and what are your expectations of this match?
Good morning.
Well, good morning to you, Mawson.
Yeah, sorry to bring you in just like this.
Well, my expectations are really that yesterday Derek Wong, he played a very aggressive game. He took the net. He was really effective from the backcourt. And I think it's up to Bunsak to try and take that away from him. We'll have to see if he's up for that. I would say that Bunsak is the favorite, but let's see how he comes out on court.
Okay, that sounds good. So we're looking forward to a tight match. And here we got Bunsak Bunsana. He's 32 years of age. He is born and lives in Bangkok, enjoys playing golf, speaks Thai and English, and is a law student as well. So here you can see his world ranking presently is 8, but he has been as high as 4 on the world ranking in September 2013. This year he's played 5 tournaments: the Korean Open, Malaysian Open, German Open, All England and the Asian Championships. And the best result this year was in the Korean Open, where he lost the semi-final to Chen Long. And that's how it translates into the win and losses, as you can see at the bottom in 2014. He's a beautiful all-rounder and is slightly on the defensive side. And his opposition, Derek Wong, as we will see in a very short time here, we've got him, from Singapore, born in 1989, 25 years of age, and is a student interested in sports. His ranking is, as we can see here, 41, and his best ranking ever was actually back in November 2013, where he got to 38, so he's not way off his best mark at the moment. This year, 2014, he's played 7 tournaments, and it's been quite steady. Possibly the best result was at the China Masters, the Grand Prix Gold, where he reached the quarter-final. He's a very attacking player, likes to go for the smashes, likes to go for the tumbles at the net, and as what Jim said, a very exciting player to watch. And today is Jim Laugerson joining me in this in the studio here, and myself, Morten Frost. I hope you are looking forward, just as we are, to a wonderful day of badminton. And here we have the umpire Uday Sain from India and Henrik Olsen from Denmark, who's the service judge. So the players getting ready to start. The last sip of water, the last preparation, the mental preparations before the umpire saying love all play. And obviously such an important match for both the teams to get off to a good start. And as we earlier said, this match will possibly decide who is going to join Indonesia into the quarterfinals tomorrow.
And on my left, Singapore, represented by Derek Wong Ziliang. Singapore to serve, love all play.
And that's the start you don't want.
One
no confidence
love.
in that.
No.
It'll be interesting to see how Bonsack is going to come out of this match from the start. I think he chose the side where he has the drift against him, so he can pretty much use the backcourt as much as he wants.
I think he wants to have a good start, but he also has to make the best of that good start and be ready, warm, and mentally fit to take on the challenge straight away. But he's always such a relaxed player. Every time we see him, it looks so easy, effortless, and it's a beautiful player to watch.
Technically very, very gifted. But don't underestimate Wang. Yesterday he really gave a great performance against Tommy.
Yeah, I heard that you were watching it. I was in the hotel, resting a bit, and it got all to 3 sets. And Tommy Subianto won 21-11, lost the second 17-21, and won the third and deciding 21-15. It's going wide.
4-2.
was actually a good lift on a very tight net spin.
Yeah.
So I was quite impressed he got it that far down on the court, almost to the first line at the back.
And we've already seen here at the beginning the different thing for Derek today until yesterday was that Tommy really didn't take the net away from him. Here today, Bonsack is already spinning it quite close to the net, so he's taken away his advantage there.
He's taking away the opportunity to get the lifts with attacking and then playing tight net shots as well, challenging Derek Wong at the net. Right, Jim. Oh, that's easy, isn't it?
It is fantastic. And that this doesn't suit Derek at all. He's not a defensive player at all. No. So he wants to control the match. He wants to have variations and smashes from the backcourt, and he's not getting into that. So good start from Bonsack.
Perfect start. So I don't know how you feel, but you know, obviously having seen Bonsack Punzana for so many years, 32 years of age, have won the Thailand Open in 2004, Singapore Open in 2007 and 12, and he won the Indian Open in 2008. But somehow, I think, you know, his potential has been a lot greater. I don't know how you feel.
I feel exactly the same. If you watch him, if you watch the things that he can do on court, the way he moves, the way technically he's very gifted. I don't think that he's got enough out of his talent, to be fair. But I think it comes down to his the mental part of the game. I think he's sometimes have looked a little bit like that. He hasn't been ready for the matches. The talent is definitely there for more than what he has won.
He got very close in the Olympics in 2004, where he lost the semi-final and later on had to play the playoff. But he lost that one as well, so he was really very close playing for bronze in 2004 in Athens, but didn't make it. But as I say, I think he is a tremendous talent, if you can call a 32-year-old.
Then I'm almost a talent.
I'm getting there too.
So no, he's hasn't, you know, he's definitely a bigger talent than what his results are showing.
Off to a good start at 8-2 up now. Derek Wong is catching up a bit, closing the gap, 5-8.
And that's the drift.
It is the drift.
And it's coming from Derek to Bonsack's side that way, and then it's going from left to right. But it's a bit tricky, as we spoke about this morning. I spoke with some of the players from the Danish team that you can't totally rely on it. Sometimes it changes.
It's changing a bit.
Yeah. But that's part of the game nowadays.
Yeah. But then I don't know if you noticed this, Jim, but the lift from Derek Wong was to the backhand side, and Bonsack had plenty of time to run around it, play around a head shot, but chose to play the backhand like a lazy option. Yeah. And he did it, and he lost it. You know, he could have played a lot more aggressive on it, but a little bit of a lazy approach in my book.
It is. It is. And if you want to be, you know, if you want to be up there with the Lindans and the Lee Chung Weis, you know,
you have to put a little bit more into it.
You have to put more input into that. And the one thing that you can sit here and I can sit here and be a little bit irritated about it is that we know he can do.
We know he can do it.
Yeah. So
absolutely. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to do it. But a confident start for the Thai.
Yeah, and he's found the backcourt pretty well, Bonsack, so that's difficult for Wong.
Yeah, apart from that first return of serve, I think he kept it in pretty well.
Yeah.
in, that's in.
Oh,
That's a good angle, really good angle.
Service 7-10.
And we saw lots of that yesterday.
Against Sugiyata.
Yeah. Oh, great swing.
Service 11-7.
But that's the right corner for Bunsak to play, as the drift is working with him on 2 accounts,
Yeah.
both sideways and lengthwise. And here we have the coaches giving advice to the players, how to progress and what to do.
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds.
I don't know, Jimmy, if you've noticed that over the years in the Thai camp, we've seen pretty much the same coaches for years and years and years. They have a very, very steady group of people backing up the teams all the time. And I think that's one of the reasons, you know, you can say that Thailand is having such a great success at the moment. I think they're doing really well, and that consistency in everything they do is really working well for them.
Yeah, it is. See lots of talent coming out of Thailand.
Yeah.
Of course, they're having the same coaches and the same structure, you know, giving the players the confidence and the trust that things are going the right way. They don't have to, you say, change all the time to a different coach.
Yeah, and there's a lot of confidence in it.
Yeah.
I think, you know, they feel safe, they feel secure, and not these big changes the whole time as what we see in many other countries.
No, there's a plan, and that plan was stuck in there many years ago, and they're sticking to it, and you see the result of it now.
And one of the coaches is Sampol Kukasemki that I actually used to play in singles so many years ago. But he's still in charge and looking after the things, and has done so well over the years.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if they can get to the same level in men's singles and in the other disciplines that they are having in ladies singles at the moment.
Ladies singles is absolutely wonderful. They have one after the other, and they are only 17, 18, 19 years of age, and they're coming up and they're really playing good badminton. Thailand has been banking on Bunsak for quite a number of years, but there are younger players coming up behind him, so as you say, interesting to see what will happen in the future in the next sort of 3 to 5 years. That's the drift.
But
on 2 accounts.
Yeah, but it's funny to see how different a game can be from yesterday to now. That Bunsak is totally taking the pace out of the match. He's controlling it. Derek is not really, you know.
He's not settling in.
He's not settling in. He can't pace it up or anything. And it irritates him. That's why we see mistakes like this. You know, when he then has the chance, he really goes for it, and he's going for it too much. Yeah,
I totally agree with you. And I think that's, you know, some of the beauty about the game we play and follow is that tactics really play a very, very important role in what you do, how you play, and how you use your shots. And here, as you say, we totally see how Bunsak is closing down Derek Wong at any given time.
Yeah, and you can see it on Derek's body language. You know,
he's suffering a bit now.
He is.
So it's a very commanding lead, 17-9.
But good to see Bunsak in this, what can you say, in this mental state. You
Yes.
know, that I normally, that if there was one thing you can say that maybe over the years has been his weaknesses, is that he's using too much time on his matches, on matches he needs to put away.
And obviously use a lot of energy.
Yeah, loses set here and there to opponents he shouldn't be losing sets to, and then it's very difficult to win tournaments.
Yeah, you have to preserve as much as you can to the end when the crunch matches are coming.
Yeah. And the difference here from yesterday, where Tommy was playing soft shots to the net, where Derek could go up and take the net, is that Bonsack is playing it with a little bit of pace into the court all the time, and he's forcing Derek to do different variations from the front court, and you can just see it doesn't suit him.
Yeah. And then, you know, very, very good, cool follow-up on that one. Caught him on the backhand side, moving in that one. That's a beauty, and that one is really good.
Yeah.
So, match point has arrived. 10 of them in all. Sorry, not match point, game points.
Yeah.
And
it's a little bit too early.
yeah, that was a little bit too early. I do apologize for that.
Well, probably some Thailand fans out there that wish
they will be very happy with it. Very deceptive. How beautiful. Very well. What a way to finish this first game. And the cross-court smash here. And here we got the confirmation. First game won by Bonsack Bonsana, 21-11 in only 13 minutes. So Jim, I know it's a big question. How do you think this match is going to end up? Obviously, it looks like Bonsack is having a good chance of taking the first match to Thailand. But you know, the overall match, the overall tie, how do you see that?
I think we have Thailand as clear favorites. And now I'm a little bit lucky. I've seen the first game here. I think this is the momentum that he's the pace that he's setting now. Bonsack, I think they're gonna take it
all the way through the match.
All the way through now. They definitely needed something different from the start, Singapore, from Derek, and it could still happen.
Yeah, you never know. There's a new game coming up.
Court 1, 20 seconds.
But it's just difficult because now, of course, if there's a good side, it's where Derek is standing now. But he's not the type of player.
We have to see what happens now.
Yeah, but he's not the type of player that uses that.
Second game. Love all. Play.
First sign. Look at that. Look at his face. If we could get that up in really close, we could see how unhappy he was with that lift.
Great spin. This is more the Derek we saw yesterday.
Love.
And I think Bonsack would do almost anything not to lift it and not to play shots towards that baseline. I think he would keep a lot of things towards the front of the court, flats, downwards directions. You know, have to work harder, but you know that's the way to go. I think.
Yeah.
That's well left. That's cool.
1, 2.
Great smash.
And what I like so much about it is the fact that he hits it so well, so hard, so precise. But the follow-up,
Something else.
you know, whatever was supposed to come back, he would have been in there and finish it off. See, almost, I don't think I've seen him lifted so far.
No.
Apart from that one he lifted out.
Yeah. Like good control.
2.
But then it's a complete change of tactics, and it's just a sign of we're watching a very good badminton player playing.
Yeah. Both skill-wise and tactically right now.
Look at that, look at that.
And this is where you can say this is what separates, you know, top players from other players. You know, Derek, he's supposed to have a plan now for that sideways on, and he's not using it at all.
No, not so far. So hopefully it's not being the curse of the commentator, what we said, and then suddenly, you know, it's all changing around.
It normally happens when I say something.
You never know.
Service over. 3, 4.
Great backhand.
So deceptive.
Service over. 5.
But he's got
3.
He's got that tempo shift in his leg as well. You know, he suddenly just pops up and changes the tempo in the middle of the rally.
And that's what makes it so unpredictable to play.
6, 3.
That was a bit of a simple mistake. So, you know, if you were in the shoes of Derek Wong, what would you do now? You know, what would you do? What would you think would be the plan? How to counter-attack this?
Well, the one thing is that he's it's difficult.
Yes,
but the one thing is that when you play a player like Bonsack, and you've seen him over the years, you need to make him work hard. And when the side he's on, but it doesn't suit his game, that's the problem. The side he's on, he should use the backcourt more. He should push Bonsack a little bit more. Fantastic. More around the court and make him work for his points. And then take the chances when they're there. But that's easier said than done, I know that.
Absolutely.
But that's what he has to do. And sometimes there will be rallies in there that will be hard, and Bonsack will still win them sometimes, but that's the only chance he has.
He's got to send the right signals, telling him, you know, if you want to beat me today, we are playing for an hour and a half.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's definitely not the signals he's sending at the moment. But what I think, you know, Derek Wong is really struggling with the deception of Bonsack.
Yeah.
You know, he can't really see where the shots are going.
He can't
and
read his game.
He's standing still before he's having to move, and that's not so good. You have to be on the move the whole time, but Bonsack is forcing him to stand still. So again, a very commanding lead, 10-3 up.
Great
Another
shot.
Beauty.
11-3.
So into the mid-game interval. 11-3 up. And having won the first game, 21-11. Here we got the last point, and look at that deception again, cross court at the net.
20 seconds.
And the beauty is it's taking from such a high position.
Yeah. Yeah, he's making him guess all the time. You know, he has to guess all the time where it's coming.
11,
and that's what I said before. He's making him standing still and then having to move. And as soon as you're standing still, you have to use so much more energy.
Yeah. And especially when you're a player like Derek that wants to control the match, that wants to take the spin shots at the net and come back and backcourt and use his smashes. Well, when you're not getting to that position, it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's always uncomfortable when you're not playing what you want to play. Yeah. He's taking some really good chances, good anticipation here. That push down the line to the backhand, that one there, and look at that, how he's standing in, waiting for that reply.
He's reading it well.
Yeah.
Well, we can't take anything away from Bonsack. He's really playing well.
He is.
Derek just made a better player today. There's nothing more to it than that. He's just, whoops.
Oh, that's going. Oh, it's called in. I would challenge it. I think we will have a challenge. I think we will have a challenge here.
But look at that trick shot. Look, he waits, standing still.
Oops.
And then
Where are you going? Where are you going? But I actually think it's long.
I hope it's in, because it's a great shot.
There's a challenge, so let's see. See what Hawkeye is saying. See if we can get the pictures.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Oui.
Oh, it is in. It's called in.
Remaining.
Oh.
14.
So, okay.
So you're into the same thing that you've been cheating your whole life. That's a lot of Danish people back home been training you now that knows that.
I know that one.
No, I've done those mistakes 2 days now. Well, it's good we have the Hawkeye now.
It's very good. But generally speaking, I think that the Lions people are doing a marvelous job. I really think they're doing well. They do not make many mistakes, and you know, it's also a great facility in the game that now the players can challenge. And you know, it's adding on to the game. It's just an extra spice.
I think it's fantastic that it's come in, because it takes away that unfairness in the game.
Yeah, should anything happen, you have that option.
And one thing that's been taken away from the game is this influence and the line judges, you know, having players standing there and telling them what it is all the time and screaming and whatever. We don't see that anymore, because it doesn't, you know, you can just challenge.
You can just challenge.
So
I agree with you. That's very nice.
It was a thing in the game that was good to get rid of.
Yeah, there is enormous pressure on the Lions people now and again. In the big finals, is it in, is it out? We are talking about, you know, millimeters.
Yeah, we just saw that. You know, it's difficult to call, and picture yourself standing in an Olympic final and you got Lin Dan telling you it's out. You know, what are you going to do? It's
call it in.
Exactly. So good thing we have the challenge system. Hopefully a little bit more luck with that racket.
Then, if so, you should have used it a little bit earlier. That's going wide.
But I like the attitude of Bonsack today. He's you know, normally he wouldn't really care about these mistakes, but he's showing he's a good team player today.
Yeah. Body language. Look at that shot.
Fantastic.
I would hate that. Playing him, you know, I would hate when he's doing that. It's really difficult to counter-attack.
Service 7-17.
So a healthy lead, 7-17, 10 points. Only 4 points away from taking this first match of the tie between Thailand and Singapore.
So quick. Oh, fantastic. Just looks like he has so much time.
He's got plenty of time.
Just kind of in slow motion.
And when you consider, as you say yesterday, that number 3 or number 4 in the world, Tommy Sugiyato, was really struggling against Derek Wong. 3 sets all the way, 15-16 in the third set. So, you know, this is a very, very good performance by Bunzana.
It is. It's in.
It's in,
Service
maybe challenge it.
8-18.
Just for the fun of it.
Look, I like that. You know, see Bonsack, he's already standing on the front court.
He was there. He made the move way before the shot was played.
Yeah. Oh, great shot. And this is the Derek Wong we saw yesterday, but that's probably the first time we've seen him taking the net, big lift, and then coming down, and then it's 18-10 in the second. That just shows you that.
It's a little bit late.
Yeah, it's a little bit late, and just shows you that Bonsack has been controlling this match from the start.
Good lift, good control. That's in. That's in. He's looking a little bit for the
11,
easy options.
18.
Yeah.
You know, please give me the last three. I don't want to work for it.
But this is how Derek should have started.
Yeah.
You know, especially in this set on that side where he's now.
Love all play. This is the way it should have been.
Yeah. Should have had these rallies from the start. It's a little bit too late now.
But I also think pace-wise, Derek Wong is actually picking up the pace a bit and adding on some more pressure. But as you said, it's just too late.
Look at these flat lifts. Yeah. Very effective.
Oh, here we saw it again.
Yeah.
But from such a high position, he's not letting the shuttle drop. He plays it from almost the highest position, and that makes it so. Look at that.
Yeah, fantastic. And he keeps the pressure on Derek all the time. He doesn't give him time to settle in at all.
So we are up this time, match point. And first time of asking, 21-11, 21-11 in just, I think, 29 minutes. It's a very quick match and extremely perfect performance by Bunsak Bunsana from Thailand.
21-11. 21-11.
And what a start that Bunsana gave Thailand here. It's a 1-0 lead for Thailand against Singapore, and they are on their way to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Yes. And here we got the highlights of the match, and we see a very, very comfortable Bunsak Bunsana playing. Look at that, really rushed to the net. The coach must be extremely happy with his performance. And what we saw throughout the match was the deception of Bunsak Bunsana, totally wrong footing Derek Wong at almost any given time. And he was also, what we discussed earlier, taking the nets away from Derek Wong, the only way that he can set up good opportunities for his big smash. So a player, Bunsak Bunsana, in total control in this match, and winning the first point for Thailand. Got the score: Thailand 1, Singapore 0. And the next match we have coming up As what we said earlier, it's not the preferred order of play. Okay. And here on top of the stands here is Sambol Kukasemki waving to the crowds, the man who is really the architect of Thailand badminton. And here we have the confirmation of the Thai score: Thailand 0, Thailand 1, Singapore 0. And we have the order of play here, and what we see next coming up will be the second men's doubles. And here we got the players going on to court.